Hello friends, welcome to HTML tutorial series. In this tutorial series, we are going to discuss HTML, how HTML will be helpful for designing websites, how HTML is made of different tags, and how we have to understand HTML. Here, I have a paragraph in front of you. Of course, this paragraph is not well formatted, and I know that it is difficult to read. Through this paragraph, I would like to introduce you HTML. While explaining, I will format this paragraph so that you people can read this content easily and understand. So, let's format this content and understand. What I do, I select this Introduction to HTML content. I make it bold, underline. I increase the font size to 16. I also change font to Arial rounded empty O so that this content, Introduction to HTML, become heading to the below paragraph. To share information or resources worldwide, we need to take help of internet. Of course, you people take the help of internet to send mails, to send messages, to share resources. Let's take an example that if I have a company, I would like to share information of my company worldwide. Then what I need to do? Of course, I need to take the help of internet. If I have to share that information over the internet, what also I need to do is, I need to create or design a website. So I need to create a website which helps me to share the information of my company. Now then, what is a website? Website is a collection of interlinked related web pages that you should understand. As I told that, website is a collection of web pages and they are all interlinked, and web pages must and should be related, logically related. Then what is a web page? Web page is a well formatted document. It is a well formatted document used to share information over the internet. Okay, now we understood that web page is a well formatted document. Why we create well formatted document? Of course, for readability purpose. Now how do we create well formatted document? To create well formatted document, HTML, we are going to use to create well formatted document. To create well formatted document or well formatted web documents, also known as web pages. Web documents are also known as web pages. Web pages are also known as web documents, vice versa. In late 1990s, Tim Berners-Lee has developed HTML. So you can very easily say that Tim Berners-Lee has developed HTML in 1990s to create well-formatted web pages so that we can share our information worldwide. Then what is HTML? HTML is a language. It is a markup language to format web pages or used to format web pages. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. H stands for hyper, T stands for text, M stands for markup, and L stands for language. Very simple. Now before we proceed and get more information, we will get some little bit history. In late 1980s, ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization. This is an organization which standardizes lot of web related things. Now this organization designed a system of specification. A system of specification which contains a lot of rules and regulations for specifying or defining any markup language. That means if you want to define a markup language, you need to follow the specifications mentioned in this system. and that system is known as SGML. SGML stands for Standard Generalized Markup Language. S stands for standard, G stands for generalized, M stands for markup, L stands for language. This SGML, Standard Generalized Markup Language, SGML is a standard set of specifications. Try to understand. Followed for specifying or building or defining any markup language. As we know that HTML is a markup language. Then what is a markup language? Markup language is a language consisting of set of tags. Now set of tags are present in any markup language. Now tags are used to format web pages that are understood by browsers. Markup languages are understood by browsers. For example, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Safari, Opera, etc. These all browsers understand markup languages. They execute or interpret your markup languages. Here, HTML is built by following or referring SGML standard set of specifications. Hence, we say that HTML is evolved from SGML. Okay, HTML is evolved from SGML. Why? Because HTML is developed following or referring the standard generalized markup language. And I think now, as I formatted this content here, you can be able to read this content easily. Is it right? You can see that I am going to make this text. Let's take this content, website. I select this and make it bold. I select this and make it bold. I select this HTML, make it bold. I select this HTML, make it bold. I select markup language, make it bold. And I select this part, I make it bold, italic, underlined. And I select this and quote this text. So in this tutorial, we understood what is a website, what is a web page. We understood what is HTML, why we need HTML. And we also understood that it is a markup language for formatting web pages. It is developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990s, and web documents are also known as web pages. And we understood that International Organization for Standardization has created some set of specifications which is known as HTML, followed by anyone who wants to develop markup language. So markup languages consisting of set of tags, they are controlling information, you can say. They control the format of the web pages. And markup languages are understood by different browsers like Firefox, Chrome, Safari, etc. And we also understood that HTML is evolved from HTML. The next tutorial we understand what is HTML, and we get a lot of information about this. So hope you guys have understood. Please take a note of these things, and yes, of course, see you in the next tutorial. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.